What is up guys, Andy Forrestine Runner here, and today we're talking all about the Asics NOVABLAST after 300 miles. So welcome back to another video, and today we're talking all about the Asics NOVABLAST after 300 miles. If you saw the video from a couple of weeks ago, you'll know that I am refraining from buying any more running shoes in 2020, and I'm actually putting my efforts into getting some of the shoes that I've absolutely loved this year up and above and beyond the standard 100-mile review point that I normally get them to, because I just feel like whenever I put them away in the cupboard to get another pair out, that I'm just missing out on running in these amazing shoes. And the NOVABLAST is the first one of 3 shoes that I have already got over 100 miles, obviously, because we're at 300 now, and I had a new goal to set. So when we started and recorded that video, we had 250 miles in this thing. We now have 305. So we've put another 55 miles in this shoe over the last couple of weeks. Today we're going to be going over the shoe after 300 miles, wear and tear, performance, and if I'll be continuing to run in this thing moving forwards. So if you're excited for today's video, guys, make sure you give it a like, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel for weekly running content, and we'll start with the wear and tear. So the first thing to say in the wear and tear section is the NOVABLAST is absolutely built to last. Value for money in this shoe is absolutely insane. We're at 300 miles and this thing is barely showing any signs of wear and tear, especially in the performance department. I actually posted on my Instagram stories that I got 300, and so many of you responded to that saying you've got like over 500, 600, 700, 800 miles in this shoe, which I can look at it now and go, yes, I can see, I can understand, because at 300 it's barely showing any signs of deterioration whatsoever. In fact, to be honest with you, I think unless I put a brand new pair of NOVABLAST on, I wouldn't know that they were any different from a new pair. If you saw the 200 mile update, you'll know I had a little snag in the back of the heel on the left foot. It's not on the right one, it's on the left. That hole has got no different between 200 and 300 miles, and that is the only thing on the upper that is noticeable. The rest of it, bar it being a little bit dirty, is absolutely spotless. All the way down there, nothing. The midsole is great, still feeling as firm and springy in hand, and when you're running in it, it still feels absolutely great. The bounce is still there, the cushioning's still there. I don't feel like the cushioning is flattening out. This Flight Foam Blast is absolutely insane. So in terms of wear and tear, it's holding up so well. So let's move on to performance. How is this shoe performing after 300 miles? Well, it's performing really flipping well. Now, I've put a lot of miles in this shoe over the last couple of weeks, and that's predominantly because I'm exclusively using this shoe at the moment. I'm dealing with a bit of plantar fasciitis. You'll know that if you've been watching the weekly training series. I've been documenting my recovery there, and it's actually getting better. It's getting a lot better. But ironically, today when I'm recording this video, I actually used the Rincons for my run, and they actually made it feel a lot worse. So I'm going to be sticking with the NOVABLAST now until it is completely cleared up, because every time I run in this shoe, my foot feels absolutely fine. I don't feel any discomfort whatsoever, and I take the shoe off and it feels great. It's only when I seem to be putting other shoes in my rotation on that it gets aggravated. So that's another bonus with the NOVABLAST. It is my recovery shoe. Amongst everything else that I've used this shoe for, it's also now my recovery shoe. So we've obviously put a lot more miles in it. Now, within the last couple of weeks, I have once again, just like I have in previous times, done sessions, done kilometre repeats, 200 metre repeats, 400 metre repeats, 300 metre repeats, like really quick, speedy stuff in this shoe. Tempo runs, long runs, I've done everything in this shoe, and it's just been an absolute pleasure to run in. In terms of performance, the main thing about the NOVABLAST is the midsole foam, the pop and the cushioning and everything that this thing, the responsiveness in the NOVABLAST is really what led me to love this shoe and it's still there at 300 miles. It's showing absolutely no signs of deterioration in the slightest. I have to say, I might notice something if I put a new pair on, but it's that tiny if it has changed that I don't notice it now running in my used 300 mile pair at the moment. So in terms of performance, it's just doing so well. So it's at this point in a review where I'd be reviewing a shoe after X number of miles. I'd ask myself the question, will I be running in this shoe moving forwards? Now, again, if you saw the video a couple of weeks ago, you know that I've earmarked 3 shoes for definite to take up to the next milestone. We've now ticked the box of the NOVABLAST. We've got 2 more to do. We've got the TC and we've got the endorphin speed, and then we've got some other ones that I would like to do my best to get up some more higher mileage. But the matter of the fact is, despite ticking the box of getting this to the next milestone, I am going to be continuing to run in this shoe at least for the next week and maybe even more. I want to get my foot, my plantar fasciitis absolutely healed before I start really mixing in my rotation again. And with this shoe seemingly being the only shoe I have in my rotation right now that is not aggravating my foot and is actually not making it feel better, but it's allowing me to run to the best of my ability and still nail sessions, tempo runs and everything without aggravating my plantar fasciitis, then I'm going to be continuing to run in this shoe. Now, I'm going to anticipate that I might hit 350 miles a bit quick. I'd love to be able to do a 400 mile update in this shoe. Whether I'll get there or not, I don't know. I can safely say I think 350 is on the cards. I won't update you at 350. I might just drop it in to a weekly training vlog to let you know that I've hit that milestone. But if I do ever get it to 400, you will be the first to hear about it. So yes, the answer is I will be continuing to use this, but you will start to notice, if you do follow me on Strava, that hopefully, maybe not next week, but the week after, I will start to filter in some other shoes to the rotation. So there we go. Those are my thoughts on the Asics NOVABLAST after 300 miles. Do you know how good it is to say after 300 miles? I'm so pleased that I can start to deliver sort of longer life reviews for you guys. Going to be doing my best to get the other 2 shoes. Hopefully, I'm not going to push to integrate them, but by the end of the year, we're going to have some decent miles in some other shoes, and I'll be giving you some incremental updates. I might even do some 150 mile updates on some of the other shoes if I get them to that point, because I just feel it's a valuable information for you guys spending your money. You want to see the longevity and how well these shoes do over 100 miles. I've got to say, for those of you who have been telling me you've got this thing up to 500, 600, 700 miles, let me know in the comments below if that's you, because for me at 300 miles, I can easily see this thing going 500, 600 miles. The lack of deterioration after 300 miles is insane. This thing is built to last, and as I said earlier, value for money is absolutely on point with this shoe. So as I said, let me know in the comments below if you are one of those people that's managed to get the shoe up to that sort of mileage. For me, it's making a very strong case for shoe of the year. Loved it when I bought it back in beginning of the year. Absolutely loving it now. It's going to be between this and the endorphin speed. I guess we'll have to wait until next month to find out who gets that running shoe award, because there will be, of course, a 2020 version of the running shoe awards video, and we'll see then who takes the crown. But this thing, it's laying down a strong case. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Enough waffling from me. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel for weekly running content, and as always, I'll see you on the next one. Until then.